Okay. Alright, should be recording. Cool. Let's play some Sable. We're gonna go ahead and make a new game. This game is delightful. I really like it. I think it flew under the radar for a lot of people. I'm sure that there's critical reviews out there praising it, being, you know, whatever, but I had never heard about it before it kind of like showed up on my Steam recommendations one day, and I kind of fell in love with it, so I'm always looking for an excuse to play it, and this is as good as any. Use the WASD keys to move Sable. I don't think I will. I got this here 10+ year old Xbox 360 controller that works just fine. Press A to jump. Move towards a wall to begin climbing. Keep an eye on your stamina. Also works for ladders. Press left thumbstick to crouch. It's a wasteland out there. Harsh, but somehow inviting. Hold down B to sprint whilst moving around. You can only sprint whilst you have enough stamina. Ibex camp. I can feel Jadi smiling behind her mask, just as I know she can feel the teeth-bearing little grimace behind mine. I'm nervous, and she's softly, sweetly amused. In her eyes, I probably have very little to worry about. You know you have nothing to worry about, don't you, Sable? And yet, I shrug, but any attempts to act casual are fruitless. The movement is jerky, and I don't think I've ever been more aware of my little shoulders. She laughs. I mean it. But I do know how you are. You're going to be nervous until you've started, and then you'll act like you've been doing it your whole life. Remember the first time you rode a bike? You wouldn't even let me put you on the seat. You were so afraid. Your hands were like little claws gripping onto me. I feel the memory in my fingers. But then I promised you it was going to be all right. I told you how much I had loved riding my bike as a young woman, and how wonderful the wind felt through fabric. Suddenly, there you were. You sat down, you leaned forward, and put those little grasping claws on the handles, and you were off. And I remember thinking, just watching you tear over the sand, look at her. She can do whatever she wants. Jadi reaches out and places a hand on the edge of my mask. And you can, Sable. I take a breath. I think I'm ready. I thank Jadi for the encouragement, and tell her with a nod that I think I'm ready. I know you are, so let's get you started. You'll need to talk to Hylal and Driss. Driss should already have made the arrangements for your bike, and Hylal will share something, well, let's say as useful as it is fun, I think I might suspect what Jotty's saying, but I stay quiet. After that, I suppose we'll see you off. I'll be back soon. I tell Jotty I'll be back soon. Sable, don't go planning your return before you've even left. Take all the time you need. It's a big decision you're making out here. I tell her that's why I'm so eager to make it. To choose well and quickly, so that I don't go too far down the wrong path. Whatever you decide, you do so with my blessing. So don't try using me as an excuse to come home early, eh? She knows me. Now go speak with Hylal. I'll be here to see you off. And speak to Driss as well. I've told him to arrange your bike with Sizzo, but you know how he is. I have something to give you. A compass to help you on your journey. It's the same one I used on my gliding. An artifact, you might say. I take the device in my palm. It fits naturally there, perfectly weighted and crafted. Each component slides together with incredible, satisfying precision. Thank you. I believe this is Hylal. As I approach Hylal, they give an enthusiastic wave. I've always appreciated Hylal's verve and vigor, and on a day like this, I'm ready to match it, with a touch of nerves for balance. Sable, take this! Hylal hands me a small, round stone. As it nestles into my palm, I feel a warmth, not borrowed from Hylal's hands, but emanating from within. I run my thumb over it and find it softly electric, like static on cloth. What is this? I try to sound less confused than I am, but ask Hylal what this is. Oh, Sable, you can't leave without it! What I've just given you is a gliding stone. What do you feel? I tell Hylal that I feel... electricity? Then you're doing it right. What you feel in that stone is openness. I look at the stone. It seems quite closed. Gliding stones are vessels for the perpetual. They suck up its power like little sponges and hold it there for you to channel. Right now it's empty or dormant and waiting for you to fill it up. I ask how I can do this. Take it to the temple ruins at the edge of the canyon. You'll be able to activate it there. Hylal claps their hands twice and bobs a little. I appreciate their good mood at a time like this. Come back to me once that's done. I want to hear all about it. As I'm about to leave, Hylal stops me. Oh, you haven't gotten your bike yet, have you? It's a bit of a trek to the temple, so go see Driss. He was meant to get that ready for you, yes? I remember Jotty's words now and tell Hylal that I'll go and see Driss. This way? Okay. Oh, no, not quite. Right here? I think this is the person. Going there the hard way. Though I've told myself not to be too eager, it's all I can do not to race up to Driss. Driss is the camp manager. He's been difficult to get a hold of lately, but I now strongly suspect that he's been working on my bike in secret. Perhaps it's extra beautiful, or it has some custom feature. What will its name be, I wonder? How fast will it go? Will my legs feel sore, or will I get used to it? Driss turns with a bit of a start. Sable! Hello! I was told you have something special for me. I tell Driss that I was told he had something for me. Something special? I nod very meaningfully, but he doesn't seem to get the hint. I make a leading gesture, slowly, trying to be perfectly cool and confidential. But I can't do it. I'm too keen, and the words spill out. I ask Driss if he might, possibly, maybe have a bike for me. Your bike! He yells like it's an idea he's just had. Your bike! Yes, of course. Right, yes, your bike. That was meant to... that I had prepared for you, because today is your... Gliding, yes. Driss nods along with me. Yes, of course, right, yes. Yes, I do have that. My blood runs cold. Has he forgotten? By which I mean I arranged it for you in a, well, it's sort of a tutorial for you. A tutorial? Yes, exactly. A learning experience. You see, Sable, before one can own their own bike, they must prove that they can ride a bike by taking a test ride on a different bike. I think about it and find I've never heard of that part of the gliding, but Driss does seem earnest. Sort of. So instead of worrying about your bike, I'd like for you to try this bike as a test. Driss gestures to the sand cutter at his side. It's quite old and a little shabby. A tester if I've ever seen one. A test. How will you ever ride your own bike if you haven't tested your riding skills? Come on, Sable, it's a part of it. He laughs weakly. It's not convincing. Now, ride the bike through the ring and back. And here's some advice for you, my young glider. Don't fall off. When you're not riding it, your hover bike will appear as a blue icon on your compass. Ooh, this thing just positively putts along. Put, 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 put. I returned to Driss, who somehow manages to seem caught off guard despite knowing I was coming. Sable! Congratulations! How was your first pre-glide ride? Any strange rattles? Unexplained hissing? Small fires? What do you mean, fires? Surely you'd notice if you were on fire, even a little bit. Was that a possibility? Well, obviously it didn't happen, so I think we're fine. Driss, is this bike dangerous? Well, he doesn't finish. Have you already been by Hylal? Am I not getting a bike? Well, you're getting the use of this sand cutter. That's something, eh? You can borrow it to run your little errands. My little errands. And Hylal's got something to show you too. Help you out with more of that, mobility you're after. With my confidence in this exercise only lightly tarnished, I thank Driss very much for his help and his bike, and I depart for Hylal. I think I have to actually go... Let's see. Okay, so I have to... Let's go activate the gliding stone at the altar. I don't get the feeling that this bike's going to make it. It is not very confidence-inspiring. Oh, I think we're taking the long way. That's okay. A little scenic route never hurt anybody. I think we're good. I think that's the way that I needed to go to get up here. Up we go. Use your monkey monkey hands to climb the sheer wall. Never forget who you are, Spider Sable. Oh, okay. Up you go. Uh-oh. Go ahead and call that suboptimal, but that's okay. I didn't need to go up there. Anyways, I can completely do this task from down here. A little ominous. The stone thrums like the beat of a heart as I approach the altar. Am I afraid? Yes and no. I am ready for Rohana to know me. I am ready to know myself. I feel her curiosity in this sacred place. I know I am in her sight. And we're good. Press and hold A to glide in midair. Now I'm a real glider. Wahoo! I really do appreciate that they give that to you really soon. There isn't a lot of, like, we've been playing for 18 minutes now. And that was it. That was all it took. And now we can glide. And that, plus the bike, pretty much opens up this entire game to us. I mean, if there's other gating mechanics, I don't know them. I suppose I may not have made it that far in my own playthrough yet, but this is pretty much it. Like, gliding and using the bike. And then the world is at our fingertips. And glide down to the bike. Go back and turn these quests in. Show Hylol our activated gliding stone. Should get our actual bike. I don't know if this... I don't know. I don't remember the way this game starts out, to be honest with you. So... I am re-experiencing a lot of this. How did I get up there? I feel like there's an easier way to get up there. Sorry about your bucket. Okay, there's Driss. Jotty greets me warmly. Hello, little glider. What was your gliding like? I asked Jotty about her gliding. Tell you what, I'll tell you when you get back. I cross my arms in protest. Pout all you want, I don't want to spoil any surprises. She lowers her voice to a whisper. But I did meet some crystal farmers once. Crystal farmers? And that's all I have to say about that. You should get going. When I return to Hylal, it's clear they know what I've just experienced. They're excited on my behalf in a way that makes me miss them before I've even left. Isn't it incredible? How does it feel? Exciting, true freedom. I tell Hylal that hovering is exciting and ramble for a moment about all the things I'll be able to do when I'm out there in the world. Most of them involve me falling on my head and not getting hurt, but I'm sure that I'll come up with more in practice. Right? You can do anything you want. Hylal's mood doesn't darken, but the sigh they let out holds a bit of sorrow. You're very lucky, you know. I missed so much. That feeling. Just floating on the breeze. But I suppose it's best that it fades with age, Or else I might never have come back from my gliding. I'd just be out there heaving myself into chasms. I wish we could all do it. I tell Hylal I wish it was something we could keep perpetually. So do I, Sable. So do I. I know people manage to keep it up, but I don't know that I've got the time to practice as much as they do. It takes a really serious focus. Hylal laughs, even if there's a bit of regret in it, and I certainly haven't gotten that. Still, I suppose that gliding wouldn't mean much if we were all gains and no loss, I think about that, but decide that there's already too much loss on my mind to consider it much further. I am saying goodbye to my clan, my family, my home, my childhood. To lose the perpetual is a sacrifice for another time. You're going to love it out there, Sable, even when you don't. My advice? Try to have fun. There's a lot to be said about ritual and independence and all that out there, but the world's an easier place if you put joy first. I thank Hylal for their advice and for their help, and tell them I'll miss them. It will be over before you know it. A warning and a reassurance, all in one. I say goodbye to Hylal. Before I go, Hylal gestures towards the tower. It seems Sizzo wishes to see me before I leave the clan. All right. Let's go talk to Sizzo. Container. Anything in the post box? Hello, Sable. Unread messages? 0. Have a good day. You too, Mr. Postbox. Sizzo! Hello. Sizzo is an outclanner to the Ibexi, but I've known her for nearly as long as I can recall, and I think of her more as a kind of a distant relation than any sort of outsider. Machinists, I'm told, are given their post, and by their training and code, must go where they are needed. But Sizzo has been among us for so long that it's easy to forget it's an assignment first and foremost. As far as any of us are concerned, she is one of us. I think there is a perception among the other clans that the Ibexi are quite insular, that our designation of Ibexi versus outclanners suggests some nervous othering of those who are unlike us. But in practice, such things are more the result of our nomadic nature. We seek to know who will travel with us and who we must leave behind, but all are welcome to join. And I'm always pleased that Sizzo did. Sable, how do you do, clan child? I can only think of one thing. Excited for my bike. Sizzo has a throaty quality to her voice, and it rumbles through her mask when she laughs. She's quite a serious person most days, and I am always torn between pride and alarm when I manage to make her chuckle. Yes, Jotty told me how excited you were. Sizzo sniffs. She also told me Driss would be coming along to get your bike together, but I think he may have... I knew it. What? I hadn't meant to say that out loud, so I tell her I was just clearing my throat. I don't begrudge Driss for his truthfulness, for his forgetfulness. Were I tasked with so many odds and ends, I might be just as scattered, and besides, this will be good for you. I want you to scavenge the hoverbike parts yourself. I'm going to make my own hoverbike? I ask Sizzo if I'm expected to make my own hoverbike. No, you are not going to make your hoverbike. You are going to build your own hoverbike. Of course. To make suggests you are creating something, but your bike already exists. They simply haven't taken form yet. Here, take this. Sizzo hands me something. This is a navigator. You can use it to mark waypoints on your compass. It should be useful in finding the old parts. I ask Sizzo where I might start looking. Our bikes are reborn in the ruined ships, in fragments spread apart. A good start would be the ship down there near the camp. And you'll find another up there on that great rock, near the other side of the canyon. And another behind the old dam on the hill. Use your navigator to mark that down if you need. You'll need to gather a control panel, a power supply, and a calibrator. I'll be back before you know it. I tell Sizzo I'll see her soon, and head off in search of the components. Together, we will create something new out of the old. Don't really need to mark. Go ahead and mark that one. I guess they want us to. And mark that. Go ahead and glide down there. Oh, hello there. A chum egg. Chum egg. Offered up by chums when planting themselves into the ground. Perfectly smooth and hard as a rock, these eggs seem to float with how light they are. There must be a good place to deliver these. How do we get in here? A lot of times there is an easy to identify door. And a lot of times there isn't. Looks like the back half of this ship has been ripped off. That provides an entrance opportunity. In we go. Talk to the console. There's nothing of use to be found in the ship, but I notice a blinking light flashing on the dashboard of the cockpit. Push the button. A voice crackles from the machinery in front of me. It sounds like a recording. It's barely audible. Stop messing about with those buttons, you absolute idiot. Sorry, Ramen. Concentrate. I don't think I have to remind you how much work it was to get this far. We're almost there. Alright, let's see if what that old machinist told us holds up. If not, there'll be hell to pay. I hear this... a little tongue-tied. I hear the sound of mechanical adjustments being made. 3 clicks, buttons being pressed, perhaps? Okay, when I push this orange thing, pull that lever. Hard. Yes, ram it. The sound of a click and a loud grunt, before a snapping sound. Oh, on Rohana's mask. Not that hard, you've torn it out! Suddenly the speakers are filled with static, in a low rumble that gradually increases in pitch. And then the sound of someone cheering. It worked! We're flying! More cheering. Is that the sound of someone dancing? Okay, let's focus. This thing is moving fast. We need to slow it down a bit. How do we do that, Ramen? Let me check the machinist's notes. A long pause. The rumbling static sound that started playing when the ship took off is still increasing in pitch. Ramen? That lever, Toma. The one that you just ripped out. We're going too fast. We're going to crash. We need to try to... The recording cuts off there. Are you looking for a calibrator? I am immediately on guard. Saima has always been a mischief maker, and taken tremendous pleasure in tormenting me. In theory, I am older, more experienced, and should be more than able to withstand it. In practice... You won't find it here. I've hidden it. You'll never find it. Never! Never! She never fails to get to me. May I please have it? I decide to be gentle, and ask her, may I please have it? May I please have it? She mimics me terribly, all high and screechy. Despite my best efforts, I seethe. Well, too bad. Maybe you'll find it on your own, but I don't think so. Saima laughs off my irritation, but I'm not going to give her the satisfaction. I cross my arms and try to effect a change. I'll give you the calibrator. I put out my hand, proud of myself for standing tall before Saima. If you give me some beetles. That's a fair trade, isn't it? Something you want for something I want. I try to decide if it's more mature to push her over and steal the calibrator, or to acquiesce. But then I simply stifle a sigh and shake her little hand. Perhaps some of the adults in the camp know where I can find some. Oh. Nice of my bike to show up. Alright, well, let's go ask around for some beetles then. I need an adult. Do you know where beetles are? I could ask about catching beetles for that awful little Saima. Do you know where I can find some beetles? There's a nest of beetles just east of here. You can't just walk up to one and catch it, though. There's some seeds growing on the rocks around the nest. Drop a seed on the floor and the beetle will start eating it. Then you can sneak up and grab it. Driss asks me a series of increasingly strange questions before I make an excuse to take my leave. East of... I would assume that updated my quest log. Let's go ahead and follow this trend. The easier way up? Right here seems to be the easy way up. Okay. Hop on through. Hi, birds. So I need to get... Is that everything I needed? Alright. She likes to play in the cave underneath the camp. Ooh. Suppose it wouldn't hurt to explore this area just a little bit more, just to make sure there's not any other chests or anything. Excuse me, beetles. Oh, beetles are angry. Sorry. Oh. That looked like everything. Yeah. Bye, beetles. Oh, look. A chum. Chum egg. Oh, no. Get up there. You can do it. Hop on the bike, head back, find that cave that Sima hangs out in. Just keep my eyes peeled for something that looks like a cave. That was pretty cave looking. This looks like cave, but no Sima. Different cave? Oh. Well, hello there. Oh, get back here. I feel embarrassingly vindicated as I hand Sima the beetles. But rather than gloat, she hands me the calibrator and begins to cry. What have I done? You're leaving. You're leaving and you'll never come back. Comfort her. She blows her nose, then wipes her hand on her tunic. Yara never came back after the last gliding. Aren't you sad? You were her friend. She might visit again someday. I tell Sima that Yara will likely visit one day, just as I will if I should ever choose another clan. But how will you find us? We have moved 1,000,000 times by then. I offer that I will always find the Abexi, no matter what. Please don't go. I tell Simon not to worry, that I will be back sooner than she knows, and I'm sure she pouts behind the mask. And I add that if I am not back sooner than she knows, then she will be ready for her gliding by then, and she can come bother me herself. Promise? I say yes. Good. Then I suppose I can come see you off. I thank her, and say goodbye for now. Bike. I've still got 2 more things I need to run to. Right. Guess we'll go over to the dam next. Check that out. Ooh, not a lot of grunt for climbing. Climb up here and get my bearings a bit. Looks like there's something over here. Oh, a chest. Don't mind if I do. Some impressive old machinery. Deserts do a good job of preserving certain things. Fly on over there. Glide, sorry. Falling with style. That looks promising. Anything else good in here? No? Everything's pretty much caged off. Do a quick lap around. Sure that there's nothing else now. Really back there. Climb up here. I don't know if I have stamina to climb up here. I guess I do. I'm surprised there's not even a chum up here. Oh, but there is one up there. do I get up there? I think I might be able to make it. Here. Come on. A little bit more. You got this. Oh, and a chest, too. Hello there. Wait for the stamina to come back. Over here. Come on. There we go. Or if I can glide all the way back. No, because then I'm going to be stuck bikeless. Come on. That was almost awesome. Okay, so it should just be one left. Find a power source. I think it's this direction. I don't know. Over here is what I had marked. Structure over here looks promising. I will go check that out. Good entry point. Right here is as good as any, I guess. Sheer walls are only a minor inconvenience. Two different structure areas. I think I can get between the two from higher up. Hello, Burb. Anything good up there? Aha. This allows me to float down. That looks promising. Just pick up the old atomic power supply that's just chilling there. No big deal. Nothing could possibly go wrong with that? Ooh, what's here? A cache of 100 cuts, made from metal harvested from crashed ships. They have holes punched through the middle where a rope can be slid through for easy and convenient transportation. Money. Let's go get the bike back. Quicker for sure. Oh, it's right there. And I'll go deliver the parts to Sizzle. This game is beautiful. I mean, it really is proof that not everything needs to be ray-traced reflections and elaborate, you know, Hairworks mechanics. Bizzo is up top. Struggled a little bit there. Just go ahead and get up there. Thank you. Cuts. I return to Sizzo with the parts, and it's as she waves me over that I feel a pang of sadness in my chest. When will I see her again, once I'm gone? Well done, Sable. Yes, this is everything we need. Are you ready to assemble a bike of your own? I'm ready. Sizzo relaxes in the workshop. It isn't that she's particularly rigid or anxious ordinarily, but there's a certain calm beauty that one only truly appreciates when Sizzo is in her element. I wonder if it's this way for all machinists. What you must understand, Sable, is that the components you acquired, they fit together, not by chance, not by effort, but by nature. They belong to her. They have always belonged to her. All we are doing is assembling her from what she has always been. I nod and I feel a soft buzzing in my ears. Among my clan, we believe that machines have names, held for ages like deep secrets, unheard by those unequipped to listen. We will find this one's name together. Yes, This part is made of parts. And now, by their powers combined... Listen. Sizzo tilts her head a moment, leaning closer to Simoon. All at once I knew the hoverbike's name. Simoon. I say it in a whisper to let Sizzo know. Simoon. Simoon. Well done, Sable. What does it mean? What does it mean? You should ask her yourself. Sizzo looks entirely serious. The bike, to my enduring surprise, says nothing, even when I lean close. I tell Simoon that I am eager to know her better, and Sizzo looks quite proudly at the both of us. You are ready, then, for the gliding. May all the gods turn their faces from you, Sable. An odd blessing, perhaps, but Sizzo is prone to such things, and I can read in her tone that it was meant quite sweetly. You must learn to listen to Simoon, to care for her. Seek out my fellow machinists on your travels, Sable. They will teach you the art of machine whispering. Oh, and here, take this. It's a machinist badge. You'll meet plenty of my ilk on your gliding. Show them your worth, and they'll give you more badges. I thank Sizzo twice for good measure, and give a bow. I am ready. Go find Jotty. Not sure whether she's going to be up top or she had been wandering down here. Go look back up here. Oh, yeah, here we are. Sable, that cartographer landed his balloon while you were away. You should go speak to him. See if he can't get you a map. I nod and begin to go, but Jotty gestures me back and puts something in my hand. Here's some money to get you going on your journey. Use it mostly wisely, and then a little unwisely when the mood strikes. It's good to know the value of money, but you never want to be ruled by it. I thank Jotty effusively and head out on my way. Where is this guy? As she looks out across the landscape, Zeki's shoulders sag a little. I wonder what she's thinking about. Something on your mind? Zeki's voice is weakly incredulous. I don't know how she's done it. That's Ilaria over there. I follow her gaze to the little speck in the distance, which I now understand is her daughter, Ilaria. Do you want me to get her back? Zeki shakes her head. No, she's fine, and I'll get her. She shrugs. Parenting. I suppose I'll know more about that when I'm older. Are you Zeki, I take it? Oh no, you're Ilaria. The balloon was more fun than the person in it. That's probably often true. I approached the cartographer. Ah, greetings, child. I saw you looking longingly at my great balloon. Quite a piece of work, isn't she? Longingly? I clarify that I was looking curiously, and that balloons aren't exactly my ideal vessel. The newcomer shrugs. Fair enough. I suppose, when you can ensconce yourself in a peaceful little bubble and float down from the sky, the balloon loses some of its charm. But I'll accept your curiosity. I give the balloon an approving nod so that it doesn't feel too bad. Well, good to meet you, and oh, I should introduce myself. I'm Jordan. I tell him I'm Sable. Suppose if you've come all this way to see me, it's probably a map you're after, eh, Sable? I would love a map. I tell the cartographer I'd love a map. Of course you would. That'll be 50 cuts. I'll buy that map. Perfect. Let's trade then. I thank Jordan for the Ewer map and all its vast possibilities. Something about this makes it feel more real. Good luck on your gliding, Sable. I still remember mine. I ask how it was. Short. I knew since I was a boy that cartography was for me, but I spent a little extra time out there, just to enjoy the world. Speaking of, Keep an eye on the skies, eh? Plenty of my colleagues out there, and they'll have more maps to sell you, from Hakoa to the Sodic Waste. I thank Jordan for the tip and say goodbye. Farewell, child. You've unlocked a piece of the map. You can navigate to the map screen in the pause menu. Once you have visited a place, you can fast travel to that location using the map screen. Your hoverbike will also travel with you. Ceremony. I should speak to Jadi about the final gliding ceremony. I return to Jadi with a new lightness, and it makes the weight of my departure feel heavier still. What a strange day. Sable, is that a badge you've got there? Sizzo gave it to me. I tell Jadi that Sizzo gave me the badge. Then you must have earned it. Well done. I give a bow of thanks. Well, Sable, if you keep this up, you'll be headed for the mask caster in no time. I try to think about going to a mask caster, but it seems so impossibly far away. Imagine choosing what I want to be. Imagine choosing what I want to be forever. I know what you're thinking, but don't worry about it. You'll get plenty of badges when you're out there, and once you've got 3 alike, you can trade that in for a mask. But don't feel like your first mask is your final choice. The gliding is about freedom and exploration. I suggest you claim as many masks as you wish. Only at your final ceremony will you be asked to choose one. How will I choose one? You'll have to feel it out, and when you know, you'll know. Now. The tone of her now puts the butterflies back in my stomach. With all of this done, there is only one thing left. It's time then, isn't it? To walk through the face door at the Temple of Rohana. There, you'll assemble your gliding mask, and go. There are things I wish to convey to Jadi here. Depths of love and gratitude, and fear and worry and hope. And though I find myself unable to speak any of it in words, I know she understands. Before you leave, child, I made you these. They are dyed with the traditional Ibexi maroon, and I hope provide you great comfort out in the desert. When you leave today, you will no longer be Sable, clan child of the Ibexi. You will simply be Sable, and the rest will come. But no matter what you are, no matter where your journey takes you, I will always know you. I will always love you. And I will see you again. I don't know where my journey will end, but I know where it must begin. And I am ready. Let's equip our new gear. Oh, look at that. So fancy. Hot dang. Got a cape and everything. I believe it was over here. I didn't mean to sit down. This is the temple she was hanging out in earlier. Sneak peek of her future, I suppose. Or, yeah, this was the one from earlier. Not the one that I got gliding stone in. Oh. Well, thank you. over there. Climb the ladder. Looked like there was a pathway to get up higher over here. Yeah. I don't think that's going to be it. Climb up right here. Okay, no, I can fall down right there. Get the feeling it's probably more than just going to the front of the altar here, huh? The lip up there makes it so I can't do that. Try over here out, I suppose. Oop, oop. All right. That's okay. This is something. This is progress. Oh, look, a chest. We've got to go get that. A cache of 100 cuts. Ooh, okay. So I guess each little section is its own puzzle, and they're probably not interconnected. I have to scale each one individually. I can't just cheese it by gliding between them. So this one must be here. Up, perhaps? Glide between those two areas. So I think I have to come up right here. That's okay. We got plenty of stamina. Plenty of stamina. No problem. Just perfect. And here we are. And now, just like them, I gain my mask. Ibexi mask. A mask worn by those in the Sand Sea made of bone. The ones particular to the Ibexi are made from the skull of a mountain goat. Alright, let's go back to camp then. Button again? I can, but it doesn't do anything. Logging in. Hello, Sable. Jotty's voice echoes strangely through the machine, yet still it warms me. Well, Sable, this is it. By the time you hear this, we will have gone. The gliding is a journey that must begin alone. There's a certain nuance lost in transmission, and for that I am grateful. It would be far too much to hear the cracks in her voice and not run weepily into her arms to stay forever. But I am ready, and so I close my eyes and listen. But though you go by yourself, you are not without friends. You are not without family. You are not without love. These things you will always carry with you as you do your mask. And I know that I'm not supposed to do this, but if I were you, I might go and see Utari. They're the machinist at Burnt Oak Station and among Sizzo's closest friends. Utari's a good contact to have on one's gliding, and a fine way to get another machinist badge if you're so inclined. Only a suggestion, though. As for us, I'll send another message once we've returned to the Ewer, so keep an eye on the post boxes, and try not to forget us. She takes a long breath, and I forget that things as easy as breathing could ever exist. The world is waiting, Sable. Good luck. Hello there, Simoon. Sable. And so it begins. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap it up here for this video. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. Look forward to more. I'd like to play through the whole game if I get a chance to do so. Thanks.